Double tight, guys, double tight.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Get 300. Get 300. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And McManus able to put it through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive. Try and maybe get a...
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Saquon Barkley, 94 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Let's go, D, let's go. Greystone, grab it. Shoot, watch the shoot. They go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo. 56, Mike 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 56. Mike 50.
From the gun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Let's get it together, deep. Now. Sponge.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Recon, 132 fighter. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Coming to you. 49, check 49.
Now Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
50, 65, 65. Hey, Alpha.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
91 is the mark. I'm scared. Check 91. Hey, exit. Mike 91. Bound to lose one. 91 is the mic. Number 50. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. You remember me? You remember me?
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get ready. Check.
This is Elliott. Powers through again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Get it.
2nd and 5. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Sets up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Drop deep. Kill. Ready.
Elliott a first down and more. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch.
They'll run with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
22 jet bomber. Watch the pass. Hey, Echo. Switch gears. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
There. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Zerline's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. 3 down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Hey, 626. Small.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check, check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Let's get off the field. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, zoom. X3, 218, chopper.
From the gun, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence going right side here, and that's complete. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready. Mike, 54, Mike. Check 2 team, spill. Yep. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go! 56, Mike, 56. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing again, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On 1st down, Barkley. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they need it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Yes. That's me. Mike 56. Hey, Team 6. Hey, let's get this. Now.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Go on. Go.
To throw again. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point.
Watch twins. Big dash. Come. Shoot. Hard.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but there's a flag down. So let's see what we've got. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go. No.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Rodgers to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 14. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage, really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco?
Yep.
And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
319. Mike 91. You got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.